Okay, get myself in the groove. I tried to show people. I basically tried. You can read. We started driving, being us. Yeah, after I gave the logo to Mature Ground, I tried to expose the charity and introduce the charity to others, and people were not willing to listen because the subject of homicides and suicides and murders and being domesticated and everything was such a harsh subject. No one wanted to listen to it. Wherever I went and tried to introduce the charity to them, there was a big like a no, like we obviously don't want to listen to it. The subject has to be kept hush and hush, and people just didn't take me seriously. Then somehow, somewhere, sometime, I don't remember fully how it happened, I found an organization online, Parents of Murdered Children. And it struck me like a lightning, and I was like, I like what I see. I think it's gonna be good for me. And then I found out that there is a conference in Denver. So literally, by spontaneous self, I just went on the computer, Googled POMC, Denver, went, got myself the POMC conference tickets. The next thing I got is the flights. My friends looked at me and they're like, are you serious? And you're gonna fly to Denver by yourself and just do it? I'm like, yeah, something is telling me just to do that. Till the day of me flying, my friends were questioning me, why are you doing this? And I'm like, yeah, I can feel it in my jellies. It's gonna be a good idea. So that day came, it was a big day for me. I went to O'Hare, I got on the plane, flew to Denver, got on the bus and went to the Hilton Hotel. I think it was Hilton Hotel. Registered, walked into the room, and the room was filled with people. It was probably 300 people or more. Once I walked in there, I felt like I was at home. The vibe and the atmosphere and the people and everything was just like, wow. And when I started talking to them and I had the green ribbon, that's meant that I was there first time. It was amazing. I spent 4 days there. I met so many people like me. Homicides, suicides, murders was just the normal conversation by the table. It's like in the normal world that you guys live in, we talk about food and trips and your kids and everything. I did not want to go home after 4 days. I just wanted to stay there and be there and normalize what I called different at that time. It was normal there. People didn't question me, didn't look at me like I'm crazy. One day, my friend from Denver called me and he asked me to take over a victim. She was somewhere in Denver. So he got me a name and a number to a girl and he's like, could you please help her? I'm like, what is it to be done? And he's like, she's been having problems. It's domestic. It's very psychological, not as physical. And could you please talk to her? So I got the phone number and I called the girl and I started asking her questions. What's going on? How can I help you? We kept being on the phone and talking on the phone every night or every other day. She would explain what's going on and how she's feeling. I would help her. She would call me whenever, whatever, and I was right there for her. talking to her. So I've done this for like 2 months on and off. And then something happened. I knew something happened. She would not get a hold of me for like 2 days, 3 days. And then I started thinking, what is going on? Something, of course, tells me something is going on. She hasn't been talking to you. She hasn't been reaching out. And then the next thing I get is I get a phone call from my friend. Kasia, are you sitting down? I'm like, no, I'm not. Sit down. I'm like, what happened? And she's like, such and such and such, she committed suicide. I'm like, oh. I'm like, I knew, because she hasn't been talking to me for a while. So it lit up like a match. That's the reason why I'm here. For the next 2 weeks, I did not know what happened. All I knew was what she's been through, what she told me. I did not know her family. I did not know where she lived. I did not know nothing, where she could have gone, where she could have ended. I had no idea what she would have done to herself. A month went by, and I got a notification that there is a wake for her happening in Denver. Of course, I decided I'm gonna go. Got myself flights, flew in, met up with my friend, and just went. It was very emotional for me. I went to wake to a place of someone that I knew only from phone calls and conversations. I did not know what she looked like, what she acted like, who she was like. It was very emotional for me to go somewhere out of state to wake of somebody that I just knew partially for the domestic and everything. It did a number on me, as well as Kasia pay more attention to people, ask them more questions, try to be involved in their lives more. Maybe you'll make a difference. But at that time, I made a difference for so long. I made a difference for such a time. But at least I had a chance to go there and give her last goodbyes and get to know her. For her, talking to her friends and asking how she was in real life, besides the domestic that I got to learn about her. Yeah, COVID hits. Everything closes down. I lose my job in the barber shop. I just finished bartending. There's no more bartending. I have no money to pay for my house. The grieving process is all over the place. Everything. So I joined a random group on Facebook that is associated with cars. And I hop in the car and I go for a drive. Me and the other people from the club, we become friends fast, quick, rapidly, and we start driving cars. COVID is here and nobody is on the street. We just get in the cars, we drive. There's birthday parades that we get question about, why don't you guys bring the cars, or why don't you guys get in the cars, go drive by my house and show the cars and make the kids happy. That's how I got myself in the group. We started driving, being us, exposed to cars, and not being miserable because everything was closed. That's what cars did to me. That was my coping mechanism, and I am friends with those people till now. Now I have a Corvette husband as of now, and he's still my Corvette husband, quote unquote. But I always loved cars. Maybe not those, but I was always a car girl, right? In control of the manual transmission, of course, because nothing else. If it wouldn't be for cars, I would not be here. Then another thing that has changed as well is, like you guys know, I'm a barber, so the barber shop's closed. Then COVID was here and there, on and off, and I decided I'm gonna go to barber school. And I was so committed to it. I loved working with males, doing haircuts, fades, and shaves, that I went to barber school, and I finished barber school in 3 months. 500 hours, just because. So, going back to the barber school, I did it so quick. I was so into books. I was just like books, test. A month and a half in, I was done with all the tests. I was ready to go, like 300 hours. And I'm like, what are we gonna do now? And the owner of the school is like, yeah, you can help me teach this and do this. I was like, okay, perfect. So 350 hours in, I started interacting with all the students. I was teaching them, going over books and everything. 500 hours in, went for the state board test, became a barber just in 3 months, just because that was something I loved to do. I tried different barbershops, working on different ones, and then find a barbershop on Facebook, and I call and I'm like, hey, I would like a job. Come on in. I went for an interview. It was Tuesday. An owner of the shop is like, I really like you. I really want you to work for me. We can do that. I have been in the barbershop since 2021 October, and I am in the barbershop till now. It's December now. That's the first barbershop and the first job in my whole life that I am not gonna quit because I love what I do. I really enjoy doing fades, and I specialize in shaves. And what I do is I lay the customer down for a shave, and the first thing I do, I ask them a question. You trust me, right, honey? And they just look at me and they're like, yes, anything for you, Kasha. I'm like, thank you. Don't misbehave because I'm gonna slice you open. That's all I stand for. I know it's the power and control, because it is. From all I've been through, I still have that power and control in me. I try to loosen it up, but sometimes I wiggle and jiggle it right there, but I can't do it too much. It depends who's asking.